I will present to you one of the most cope builds I like to run all the time in PvP. This is Mechaneer's Tricksleeves. Now, why am I talking about this? Bungie accidentally released, or previewed, English is difficult, sorry. They updated the text on some of the exotics, and the buffs aren't out yet, but they're basically the buffs that we're going to get next season. One of them is Tricksleeves, which I'm, happy to see because I main Tricksleeves in Crucible. And yeah, if you wonder what Tricksleeves does, essentially, when you're critically wounded, well, first of all, it boosts performance of sidearms like handling, reload. But the main draw is when you're critically wounded, you swap to your sidearm, you get a double damage in PvE, and you get, I want to say 30% damage buff in PvP. As long as you're in red health, right? That's the reason why it's a gimmick. That's why it can pop off. Again, I've won 1v3s in trials with this thing. But it's very dependent on your enemy too, because again, if your enemy's using a shotgun or can just aim, you're dead. Or obviously, if you don't like using sidearms, there's no point to this exotic. So, what is the big change? The big change down here is while this effect is active, sidearm final blows reload the weapon, extend the effect's duration. Now, I'm gonna make a pretty big assumption here, and this is why I'm making this video. Is if you don't know, when you usually build for Tricksleeves, you want to have really low resilience. Or sorry, I misspoke. You want to have low recovery. And the reason why is Tricksleeves timer is dependent on your red, your health bar. The moment you get into red health, that's your Tricksleeves timer. The moment you get out of red health, your Tricksleeves is gone. So that's why, if you see anyone running Tricksleeves, they usually have lowish recovery. I've seen people run tier 2. I run tier 5 because I don't like having super low recovery, and tier 5's obviously in the middle. But because of the way Tricksleeves works now, with that whole entire your timer is how long you're in red health, I'm assuming that when you get a kill in red health and let's say you start to heal, that duration will persist. Now, again, what will make or break this buff, or make or break this from even being like considered outside of funny, I just like using the exotic, is how long the effect duration extension is. If it's like 1 second, I don't think there might be a play, but if it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, this could get really good. So I'll show you just a couple things. I'll go in game. First I'll show you how Tricksleeves work. Obviously, another thing that I think if you read the exotic, you might get the misconception that you have to swap to your sidearm to benefit from Tricksleeves. So let's say you have your sidearm out and you get into red health. Oh well, you're screwed. Not true actually. As long as let's say you have your sidearm out, you get into red health, just swap off, swap back on, and you have Tricksleeves proc. So it can work as long as you just swap to sidearm, even if it's already out, just swap to something else, swap back. And it helps that, it buffs swap speeds for sidearms. So there you go. There's a lot of sidearms in the game. I like punching out, but you can use any sidearm. The reason why, again, I'll mention some notable sidearms. You've already saw some in my inventory, at least one in particular. But yeah, we can show off how this works. So I'll talk about the PvP applications first, then PvE. Although I think it'll kind of be obvious where I'm going with this. So let's see. I don't know why I picked the Vex. I just like the Vex Lost Sector. I probably should pick something with better head hitboxes for Waiting Throw Knife. But anyways, so let's see. Yeah, you see the numbers there? Like I was like 3,000, 2,000. Okay, 4,000 because that kill clip. Anyways. This does stack above the damage buff, so I'm in red health, right? Oh, I don't have Tricksleeves proc. Now they're proc. See? Double damage. So as long as you have, as long as you just swap to your sidearm, it doesn't matter if you have it out or not. So again, this is how I guess most people imagine how the exotic works. Is like, oh, I'm in red health. Now I do it, right? Doesn't matter as long as you swap to it, swap back. You have Tricksleeves. And again, you'll see the Tricksleeves buff there will disappear once I recover health. So once I'm out of red, gone, right? That's why I'm assuming that the buff will persist even when you're regenerating health. I mean, if not, then, it has to, because, again, Tricksleeves last as long as you're in red health. So, here's where things kind of get, I don't want to say crazy, but I kind of want to say crazy, because I'm actually excited for this. So, for PvP, this is all theoretical, bullshit, whatever, you can take it with a grain of salt, but this is how I imagine this would go down. Let's say you're in your 1v1, right? You get critically wounded. So, okay, let's simulate that with these random Vex, right? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll do something, yeah. Come on. Right, you're in your 1v1. Get critically wounded, come on. Nah, that might actually do it. Alright, you do this. Tricksleeves proc to get a kill. Throw down a healing grenade. And boom. And now you just keep going, right? And if you're wondering, what the hell did I just do right there, right? This is also the PvE side of it. So, if you're running solo, right? This is my actual build. I just kind of messed around because my stat splits are different, but you can run either Acrobatic Dodge or Ember Torches. But the idea is you want to get yourself Radiant and have Ember of Empyrean on, which gives you the extension to Restoration and Radiant while you get Solar Final Blows or Solar Ability Final Blows. And then you can use Solace if you want the extra time, right? So, what I demonstrated there was, if the buff works the way I think it does, right, and you get a time extension for Tricksleeves, you can give yourself Radiant, hopefully get the kill, immediately throw the healing grenade, so now you've extended your Radiant, you've started Restoration up, and let's say another guy runs in and you kill him because you have that sizable sidearm buff, now you just extended it again. So I think this would be a lot better, at least the solar version of this build would be a lot better in 6s because there's just a lot more enemies, so you can like keep extending and going, right? And obviously in PvE it's self-explanatory because right there I just showed that I could just throw down a healing grenade, give myself Radiant, and just keep going, right? And have Tricksleeves persist. Although I will say the only bad part about the change, because now I just thought about it, is that the automatic reload kind of fucks over kill clip weapons because you can't stack kill clip because my punching out a skill clip on it does stack with Tricksleeves, so that kind of fucks it up. But anyways, ideally, what you get what I'm saying is that you're low health, proc Radiant, get your kill, extend the timer, heal yourself up. Now the next kill you get will extend your Radiant and your Restoration, and now you basically have that, I think Radiant's 15% on top of your, I think 30% damage buff, and you're going to town, right? So probably getting a sidearm of Rampage would probably be better than kill clip with this change for Tricksleeves, but whatever. Now, you might be thinking, there's a way easier way to do this, but it doesn't involve solar. And I think this is probably the better version of the build for PvP, which is Night Stalker. So, what you could do with Night Stalker, right, is run Reaper, right? Use whatever dodge you want, Smoke Bomb, whatever, but run Vanishing Step. So, this is what I consider probably the better PvP build, and if I were to run Tricksleeves in the future, I might switch over to Night Stalker. What's really important here is Echo of Vigilance and then Echo of Starvation. You can use like Persistence if you want for whatever. Echo of, that's for PvE. But ideally what this is, okay, let's say you're doing your 1v1, right? You get into low health. You dodge immediately, go invisible. Now you can either throw the smoke bomb, let's say you have a smoke bomb or you're using Gambler's Dodge, you get a smoke bomb. You can either throw a smoke bomb at your enemy, or maybe try to use it as like rider manipulation for someone else or some crap. But either way, you can throw your smoke bomb, you don't have to. You kill that person, Reaper procs, but wanna know what else procs? Echo of Vigilance. So now you have a Void Overshield. You can grab the orb. Now you have Devour with a Void Overshield on top of a pretty sizable sidearm boost that has been extended. You see where I'm going with this? You can do that. Could be a really, really busted combo. So I'll show you, like, again in theory what it should be like. Just give me a second. Oh no, I'm weak health. Go invisible. Throw a smoke bomb, whatever. Don't do it. Or do whatever. Echo of, okay, I kind of fucked up the combo, but, kill this guy. You have an Overshield, now you have Devour, and then you can just extend your, you know what I mean? Like, I think that will probably be a really good version of this build. Again, I'll show it off one more time. I won't scuff it up because I accidentally killed the, Goblin there, so it procced Vigilance and didn't give me the orb, but, I hope you see where I'm going with this. So again, I'll do it one more time here. Let's get their attention. Right, red health, swap the sidearm, kill the dude, Vigilance procs, Devour procs, extension of Tricksleeves, and then you just keep going, right? Now, like I said, this is all dependent. This is like, I know I keep phrasing this like this is going to be the most overpowered thing ever, but again, reality check. Tricksleeves lives or dies on pretty much your opponent, like you outplaying your opponent or your opponent not hitting you, because you're red health. You're basically, anything can kill you. Like, maybe it might take 2 SMG bullets to kill you, but you're pretty low, so it really depends on you, like, outmaneuvering your opponent or them missing or someone making a mistake. You're pretty much, doing the most just to get, like, a funny meme build, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, as far as funny meme builds go, this is a pretty good one. So yeah, so like I said, I know I sound really excited, but I obviously understand that you can do all this like cool stuff, but all it takes is someone to pull out a shotgun and you're dead. That so just probably should have said at the beginning, but that's what I'm saying. As a Tricksleeves main, I just got excited. But for PvE and like just going back to solar, um, obviously the issue too in PvE is that you're using a sidearm. Sidearms aren't always in the artifact. Sidearms are close range, and again, 2x damage is really overkill for most things. So I think this would be better in like lost sectors. Probably not GMs, but a good sidearm you can pair for the solar version in both game modes is Devil's Ruin, which I think is probably one of the strongest weapons in the game. But yeah, binary trigger, so it fires kind of weird, but it has like no recoil. The mainstay is this laser beam, shreds people in Crucible and in PvE, and it's unstoppable. Now I am really curious because it says it refills your magazine on a kill. My brain wants to know if you get a kill with like the laser beam, will it refill and extend the laser beam further? Because if that's true in both game modes, you can just have like a constant beam of death like this. Probably not though. I'm gonna give Bungie the benefit of the doubt and say maybe they thought of that. But yeah, so I get the issues of using a sidearm in PvE. I think Devil's Ruin is more of a PvP sidearm though. You can use the PvE too. But if you want to circumvent like the whole entire sidearms having bad range, you can just commit to using Forerunner, which is just a good exotic weapon in general. And the main benefit is that, you know, well, it's basically a sniper disguised as a sidearm. Or like a better area on its valve if you want to think about it like that. So yeah, that's another great weapon you can use. I would be curious to see if the rock would benefit from the Tricksleeves buff. I mean, kind of just test that out right now, but I'm guessing not. I do know that the rock counts as kinetic. The rock is the catalyst grenade you get from for killing an enemy and holding reload. So yeah, we'll see. You know, that's heavy ammo. Oh, that's special. Okay. Okay, 88,000. It does have a pretty like heavy damage drop off. So let me kill this dude, proc the rock, and then 117. I'm gonna check again because that was a different tier of enemy. 152. I want to say the rock actually benefits from Tricksleeves. We'll try it on the big boy here. It is dependent because, again, it has heavy damage fallout. But if I do like this, okay, that 176,000. Okay, that's fine. That's all my ammo. Where's the boss at? Let me get rid of this too. Yeah, I ripped out the shield. I want to make sure because I'm actually curious now. This is for science, you know. I want to say that oh wait, I was supposed to test it out Tricksleeves. Shit. Hold on. Sorry, my brain is not working. But if it does benefit from the rock, that's another boon. Again, the video's pretty much over. I'm just gonna do it one more time. Hopefully, you know, remember to test it without Tricksleeves proccing. But yeah, I'm just saying. Overall, is this like a cope build? Probably. But I'm sure someone can make use of it. I mean, I will. Probably not to great effect, but hey. I'm actually looking forward to this weapon buff. So yeah. Again, this all depends on whether or not you can extend past when you have red health to maintain the Tricksleeves buff. I'm assuming yes, because you know if you don't, if it doesn't work like that, then I don't. Then buffs like then whoever buffed it at Bungie doesn't know how the exotic works with the timers, you know. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah. So right now we're gonna test it with the rock and then without the rock with Tricksleeves. The reason why I'm being particular is that first of all it has extreme damage fall off on the AoE of the grenade, and two, depending, you know, different tiers of enemies takes different amount of damage. I think you do like less damage to mages and bosses, so it's all in this do, right? 117. Let's get the rock again. Come on. This is very exciting. Okay, so it doesn't benefit from Tricksleeves. Okay, I was smoking. I think the Harpy that took 52 was probably like far enough for the extreme damage fall off. But anyways, it does benefit from Disruption Break if I remember correctly, because again, this grenade does count as a kinetic thing for some reason. So yeah, again, that's pretty much it. If you're wondering what I actually use for Tricksleeves, this is the build. It says Blade Barrage because of cooldown. I usually run the Marksman, but torches. I think I use Eruption just for the increased, just for positive stats like plus 10 strength. Yeah, I use Char for just plus 10 discipline, Solace and Mercy. I use mostly Solace, Extend Radiant, Mercy just for the extra resilience buff. And yeah, in terms of stat splits, mostly resilience. You know, some recovery, and yeah, medium. Everything else. In terms of weapons, I use it. This is an old Chattering Bone back before Rangefinder was nerfed, but this is craftable now. I'll probably get the pattern at some point, but yeah, I use this. Use Punching Out. I just like it a lot. Kill Clip is pretty good. Again, most of my variations of this build is like, oh, I just use a Pulse Rifle and a Sidearm. Like, I'll switch to the BXR and use like Allied Demand or something else. Again, there was, back when Charge Magazine exists, you could run a really fun build with a Forerunner using double sidearm and just like constantly have like bonus damage from cycling through sidearms, but doesn't exist anymore. Got gutted with the mod system change. But yeah, that's pretty much what I run, if you're wondering. Again, not good at Crucible. You know, people are like, oh, why do you have all these Crucible stuff if you don't play Crucible? I play Crucible once in a blue moon. Like with Checkmate. Checkmate Rumble's ass. I hate Rumble to begin with, but Checkmate Control or whatever was alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully, who knows, maybe this will be the most meta build ever, or maybe this is one giant coat post, but either way, now you know. Yep, thanks for watching.